Hello everyone. Let's come to the point as we have to discuss about the variant configuration. The thing is, we have to know about what is variant and why it is required in industry and what kind of industry that are using variant, right? So by word variant, it's defined itself. What is it? Let me give you an example. Let's suppose my company, I do have a manufacturing plant or I do have a manufacturing industry in which I used to produce a car or I used to assemble a car and I used to sell it to the customer. But the thing is, I do have let's suppose a car having the model is Baleno, Maruti Suzuki Baleno, right? It is having a model, right? But the Baleno having the price of, let's suppose, 10 lakh rupees, but it's a price of complete Baleno, right? It's a material, it's a finished goods, whatever we have to sell it Baleno, and the price is 10 lakh rupees. But if we go to the variant, like on the basis of color, let's suppose I do have a black green color. It is having some extra charges like 25,000. That means the complete cost would be 10,25,000. If I'll go with the yellow, I'll have to pay 50,000 extra. That means the complete cost would be 10,50,000. In the similar manner, it depends on I am taking the example of the color as a variant, 75,000, right? So the material is same, the finished good is still Baleno, but it is having the different variant like green, yellow, blue. Now let's come to the another point, that which kind of industries that are using variant configuration. Like we do have automobile company, food and beverages company, auto components company, ancillaries company, like the auto parts company, like the company which are using some producing some helmets. Now let's come to the next part. Let's come to the next part. The next part would be what? So next part would be, what are the prerequisites for that? What are the prerequisites? So we need characteristics. We have to define a characteristics. We have to define a characteristics. Basically, we will define two characteristics over here: characteristics 1 and characteristics 2. Right? Now let's come to the next part. We have to define class as well. Now, after defining of all those three, we have to write the dependency. I am sorry, actually I forget to explain one more important part. What material type? It must have a material. In our case, we do have a finished good is Baleno, but Baleno should be what? Configurable. That means the material should be configurable. See guys, this video is going to be little long because it is having some used topic that I am discussing right now. So on the basis of that, what I have to do, I have to define a configurable material. I'll explain you how you can create a configurable material type and how you can create a configurable material, on the basis of how you can assign the material with the class, right? So they're having so much topics that I'm going to cover in that particular variant configuration, because all those points are important in that particular topic, right? So let's come to the next point. Next point is what? First of all, as I have explained you, that I have to create a material which should be configurable. So let me explain you about how you can define the OMS2. I do have a OMS2 here. Let's suppose FERT. Let's suppose I am selecting the part. Now here we do have a checkbox, material is configurable. It must be ticked. If it is not ticked, you'll have to make it, because for the configurable material type we do have a different material type. It's not FERT, it is having some KMAT material type, KMAT, which is called configurable material type. Under that particular material type we used to create the configurable material type, but also we can make some other material type in the form of configurable also. So as we have seen that in our case we do have a finished goods that is configurable. So now what I'm going to do, I'll create a configurable material type, or I'll create a configurable material. Our material should be Baleno. Now what is a T code? /MM01, taking Baleno. This is data 1, purchasing, export, storage data and accounting data. Because if I take the MRP, I'll have to define a number of things which I don't want to define it right now. Price control S, and if I'll take the price, $10 lakh. Valuation class, I'm taking valuation class for finished product 7920, and that is save. Now material is created. Material Baleno is created. Now my first step is completed to create a material, right? Now what is the next step? Next step is I have to create the 3 variants. That means all those 3 variants should be assigned with a particular value that I'm selecting the value 01. 01. It is having value is 02 and I'm selecting its value is 03. Value 1 green 25,000, value 2 yellow 50,000, and value 3 blue would be 75,000. See, the cost of Baleno price is 10 lakhs should be fixed. But if I'll go with the variants, because it's a base price, if I'll go with the variants with the green color, yellow color or blue color, their price should be so on. So for configuring those, I have to create 2 characteristics over here. First of all, I'll create a color characteristics. Color underscore character, right? Just I'm giving this code. Now value, no need value, it's variant underscore COND. I am giving the another characteristics variant cond, variant underscore condition. Now the next part is I have to define a class. I am taking CLS underscore variant. See, this is the independent thing that I can select any code. That is my call actually, right? Now the thing is, let's start to define with the characteristics. Now here I have considered one parameter, but I am creating two characteristics, because I can make it by creating one characteristics also, but in that one we are not able to, I am not it is very difficult to explain the correlation between correlation and to define the class, right? So let's come to the point to create a characteristics. So how do we create the characteristics? The T code is CT04 is the T code. Now I am entering the characteristics over here, color underscore cap, enter. Do you want to create a characteristics? Yes, I want to create it. Now color characteristics, enter. and let's come to the value. Sorry, here I have to take the characteristics format. Number of case sensitive, I am taking 26 and taking the multiple values. I have defined green, yellow, blue, right? Green, yellow, blue. No. Selecting the values first, right? Let's go with the selection of the values. Okay, now the characteristics is defined. Now next characteristics, I am going to create a variant condition, right? The same T code CT04, enter here, variant. Now in this particular variant, what I have to select? I have to select the additional data. In that particular data, I have to select the table name is MMCOM, MMCOM, and field name is VKOND. Format data used from the web dictionary. Okay, it is already taken 26. As I can show you in the data dictionary also. Let me show you in another tab. SC11 is a T code, and the MMCOM I can display, I can show you. See, VKOND, in that one characteristic should be 26, variant condition key, that I have selected, right? Now there is no need to assign the values over here, and go to save. Now our two characteristics has been created. Now I have to define the class. How do I define the class? /n CL02N. CL02. Define the class. I have entered the variant, class underscore variant, and here the class should be 300, because for the variant we have to take the class 300. It's a standard system which has been defined already, not yet created. I know I have to create it. A variant underscore variant class. Let's come to the characteristics. Here I have to assign both the characteristics whatever I have defined over there, right? Click on enter. See, both the characteristics has been came, color and the variant condition key. Now I have to save it. See, up to now what I have did, I have defined the two characteristics, one class and one material that I have created Baleno. Now the next part is, and the very important part is, to write the dependencies. And so how do we can write the dependency, right? For writing the dependency, we have to follow a specific path or a specific what we can say, the character we have to use. So what are the character that I have to use? $.self. So I'll let you know how do you can write the characteristics, how do you can write the dependencies. So for writing the dependency, what you have to do, you have to open your characteristics, right? In that particular characteristics self, open the characteristics. First is a T code /n CT04, enter. This is the characteristics. This is our characteristics. Go to the extra, editor and assignment. Go to editor, procedure. Okay, so basically we have to write the dependency. So see very carefully whatever I am trying to explain it to you right now. See, in this variant condition we have assigned the data dictionary, right? We have fetched the data from the data dictionary, and in that one we have assigned the value. So for that thing, I basically what I have to do, I have to create a relation between this characteristic to this characteristic. That means the data dictionary to the value characteristic. So first of all, I am writing the dependency on the basis of both the characteristics, and in here I have to consider first this characteristic variant underscore con. Now, so it's a language that you have to use dollar dot self dollar space dollar self dot, you have to write the first characteristics, this one, variant underscore con. Now after that, what you have to do, you have to give a equal to sign. In that one you have to write, what you have to write from the Excel sheet, I'll show you. You have to write this green, yellow and blue. So first of all is green, right? First is green. Now after that, give a space and write if dollar self dot characteristics 2. That means this characteristic. After that, you have to give equal to mark, and what is the value? 0 1, right? This is the value is 0 1. Now give a, if I'll give the full stop and click on check, we'll get syntax check error free. If I'll give the comma, it means I have to go to the next line and it will give you error. That is syntax error is simply action procedure, right? Now simply I have to copy same and give here. I have to write yellow, right? Yellow, and value should be 0 2. Now come to the next line, enter, and the value should be 3. Value should be 3 for what? Blue. So in the place of this I have to write blue. Now we have defined the 3 variants, and now I have to give the full stop. Syntax check error free. That means there is no error in such syntax. So what I'm going to do, I'm just copying it, Control C, because I have to assign this dependencies in all characteristics, whatever the characteristics we have generated, and even in the class, right? Now what I'm doing, I'm doing same. Now it is saved. The same thing we have to perform in the next characteristics also. This characteristics, came to the city 04, another characteristics, enter, go to the extra object dependencies, editor, right, and procedure, the same thing, sorry, I have to copy, Control C, and I am tapping here, Control V, and again checking, there is no error, and now I am going to save it and save. Now up to now it is saved, and whatever the thing I have did, I have created 2 characteristics class, and all those 2 characteristics has been assigned with the particular class, and the dependency I have written, and dependencies is assigned with the both the characteristics, right? Now how do we can check whether it is assigned or not? Go to the extras, go to the assignments, give the 0 1 number and save it. Sorry, I have given the 0 2, no worries. This is a variant con. Now I have to do the same with the variant this, enter, extra dependencies, assignments, and it is not mandatory to give the same number, we can give the different number also. Now No changes were made, no worries. Variant 300 01, enter a profile name, variant, and it should be released, it should be 1, and the release. Go to the class assignment, assign the class. What's the class? Our CLS underscore variant, enter. C parent condition key color. Now the material is configurable and it is saved now. Up to now, what I have did, up to now I have created two characteristics, one class we have assigned, we have created a material and the material is assigned with the class, even though we have written the dependencies. Now the next part is we have to define what we have to define, info record, right? After that info record we have to assign conditions in the info record. After that, how do we can check? We will create a PO and then check it. Check the same config. Check the configuration whether it is correct or not, right? So for that sake we have to create an info record, and after that in info record we have to assign the condition in that particular info record, and after that we have to create a purchase order in that one, right? And we have not assigned that particular in the classes, right? /ncl02, I think I have forget to assign that in the class also. Go to extra object dependencies, editor, procedure, right? Even though we have to assign the same in the class also. Control C and Control V, enter, check, it's error free. Now save it, go to extra, go to object dependencies, already assigned, I forget. Now I need to go to the assignments 03, right? Procedure and save. There is having one catch over here, right? Let's check it out the vendor, which is a vendor I do have. KVZ, the vendor list. What's my purchase organization? On the basis of the organization only I'll search. BLPO is my purchase organization, right? I'll execute it over here. 16821 is my vendor, right? Let's come to the next part. I am creating 16821 is my vendor, and the purchase organization is BLPO, sorry, BLPO. I'll select any purchase group, no issue with that. Now what's the material I do have? My material is Baleno, right? Baleno material is Baleno. Control C and Control V. I need around 100 quantity. Enter plant. What's my plant code? Org structure BLP1, my plant code, and I'll give an enter. After giving enter, let's suppose I am given 10 lakh. Okay. No configuration yet maintained for the material Baleno. That means it is a configurable material and it is giving actually warning. And no worries about that. We can convert that particular warning into the error also. If I'll go to the configuration, here I will select the configuration, blue, yellow, green, anything. right, blue, and I'll go back, enter. Now it is, as I have checked, that system has given a warning message that it is a configurable, but still its condition is not showing the condition. Why? Because as I have informed you, for that sake we need to maintain the info record. After that we have to assign that info, after that we have to maintain the condition in that particular info record, and then we have to create the PO. Then only system will detect the particular condition and with the value, because till now we have not yet maintained the value anywhere. We have maintained this one, we have written this, we have maintained this, we have written this, but we have not maintained this particular value. So what I'm going to do, I'll create another part for that particular video in the continuation of this this particular session only. Up to now this is okay, and the remaining part will be covered in the next video. In that one I'll define the info record, and that particular will I maintain the condition. Also after that I will create a PO and I'll show you how do you can bring the condition. So up to now it is okay. I'll will catch up in the next part. Okay, bye bye, and till that time, bye bye, take care, and please hit on the like button if you do like the video. Please share with your friends so that they can get to know about the variant config. And thank you for watching my videos.